Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another Duality Monday. I'm Mark Radcliffe. I also have our leader, our CEO in charge of Duality Inc. is Haroon Hamid. Haroon, how you doing this Monday?
Good, Mark. It's always great to see you.
I know we had an election special last week, and we've seen a lot of movements after the election, particularly in where we're going to spend a little bit of time today, is in Bitcoin. It turns out people love Bitcoin this week, Haroon.
Oh yeah, man. Bitcoin, it's got a lot of, I think, favor with our coming leaders, and so
Yes.
I think people are very bullish on Bitcoin, and I think it's affecting to the entire market of the entire universe of securities that are related to Bitcoin.
For sure. So we thought it might be useful this week to take a look at Duality Finance and what it has to say about some of the primary and most traded companies for options for Bitcoin. So if you're not familiar with Duality Finance, what it does is it uses AI to complete huge meta-analyses of stocks in just a few seconds to give you some price forecasting as well as really detailed details about the companies themselves. So the first one we've picked is Marathon Digital. They're a Bitcoin miner, right? Haroon, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized Bitcoin miner that's been doing really well. I mean, they've had a lot of volatility of late, but I mean, they're definitely trending in the right direction right now.
Yeah, there's a ton of volatility in here. So if we look at these share price projections, again, we're giving these out every Monday. You'll get 2 reports from us for free. If you ever want to run your own reports, you can go ahead and sign up for Duality Finance. We have a link here in the description. But hey, if you just like these, you could go ahead and subscribe. You're going to get 2 free ones every week. That's how we like to give back, Haroon. I don't know if you knew that, but that's what we're doing here. Haroon, as you look at Marathon, or Mara, as I tend to call it, as you look at these share price projections, what's in your mind about potential positions for?
So for me, I would probably, buy a call that would be a little bit in the money. So I would probably buy a call at, anywhere between 17 to 18, dollars strike price. And probably try to make money on the short-term volatility of it. And try to lock in a gain at anywhere between 12.5 and 50% within 48 hours, but preferably within the same day. I would probably just go ahead and put in a 50 at a probably maybe 50%, maybe 35%, and seeing that it's a little bit later in the day now, maybe around 35% of gain. I would just put in a good till canceled order. And try to see if I can get out of it in the same day. If I don't, then I would probably leave in by the end of the day. I would just put in a good till canceled, or just change that order to like 50%. See how that performs the next morning or two, and see if we can make it out of that stock on the volatility, or out of that option. And if not, I think that easily you can probably get out of it with a 12.5 or 13, 15% gain within the same day or the next day, depending on how you want to play your cards.
Yeah, so you're looking at that like short, maybe even out in that like 4-day expiration, like end of this week or something like that.
Yeah.
You'd be buying one of those calls.
When it comes out with like $24.50, $25, in the next week or two, generally you're going to get small spikes.
Right.
To those levels, and you can you're just going to get in and out on some of those little small volatility moves, right? Those pre-existing orders. So that's my goal in those kind of situation, is to just get it in and out quickly.
Nice. Yeah. Well, for those of you that are new to the channel, Haroon, his preference typically is in these shorter term trades. Like you like to get in, get out. I don't like to watch the market that much. Like I'm all for it. It's cool. I don't have a problem with it, but like sitting and looking at numbers kind of stresses me out. Although I know that those good till cancel orders can be super helpful with that. I like to imagine I'm a little bit of a, my own solo insurance agent here. So I like to sell options. So, but with something like Mara, we've got some good confidence here that like sort of drifting up over time. Like there's not like giant moves predicted here. But if you look at that, it's like $26 in that 1 month. So I could go out to like the December 20th or something like that and sell an at the money put. Like one of the things that's cool about Mara, as you said it earlier, Haroon, is like there's a ton of volatility in there. So the options are super rich. So like I can sell, at just over $3 right now. So it's $300. As long as the stock stays where it is or goes up, I'm going to make that money hands off over the next, 35 days or so. So I would throw that in there, and just let it make a little bit of money every day. That's kind of where I'm at, Haroon. But
I mean, that's
your way's cool too, man. It's okay. It's fine.
Great policy, man.
So the other one we thought it might be worth looking at is Coinbase. Probably the most well-known of the Bitcoin related companies. Coinbase, I mean, they're like through the roof today. I don't know if you looked at them.
They've been killing it like lately.
Let me bring them up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have went up. I mean, well, not doubled, but they went up. I mean, probably a good, 80% in the last, week. I mean, 70 or 80%. I mean, it's done really well. I'm super bullish on this stock. I mean, going forward as well. I think this would be one of the rare instances that, I know that it's going to make a lot of money. I know it's going to make a lot of money at some, at X point in time. I think it's going to continue to rise in the coming administration. It's one of the rare moments I would go 6 months out and sell.
Oh, man.
And just buy a call, for a, something like $7 or $8 in the money from where it is currently. At about 6 months out, and then just wait to see if I can cash in on it earlier. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe out in March or something like that. I'm just looking at the options tables here.
Really well. I mean, you're going to make, you'll make 20x on this trade, depending on, most likely you'll probably make like a 20x on this trade.
Yeah.
It'll just be a longer trade. I mean,
maybe I might match you on this one. I don't know. I can't decide. I do like to sell. I think the only alternate I could give is like, depending on the amount of capital you have, this is something that just kind of occurred to me as we were talking, Haroon, is like, if you don't have, like you're talking several $100s, it's a fairly high priced stock. So one thing that we could do as an alternate to that, if you have a smaller account, is I could sell something like buy like a call spread or something like that, right? To reduce my capital outlay. That could be an option. Like if you're watching this video and you're like, you know what, I don't have these thousands of dollars to put into this trade. So that's where you buy that call, but then you sell another one just to reduce the overall capital outlay. That could be one. And another could be to sell a put spread as well, like an at the money put spread. So that would give you lesser capital and a higher probability of success, but you're not going to make as much money as Haroon's example there. So, so those are a couple of options. Just that's one of the ones I always think about when you're talking about, stocks that are, $100 and up, is sometimes if people have small accounts, they struggle to get into those. So that's a couple of options there. All right. But I think generally, I don't know if you agree with me, Haroon, but I think we can say that Duality Finance is saying that we should keep our money in Bitcoin for now. Like Bitcoin continuing up.
Bitcoin stocks. And I think today's, a day that I'm definitely going to buy something. So,
all right. Well, Haroon, thank you for spending a few minutes with me here. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you, Mark.
Be sure to like and subscribe, everyone. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you, guys.